Watch how these heavy droplets hit the parched earth. They carry the promise of relief, but they evaporate before they can actually sink in. This is how it feels to pray for change, but meet only a total, inexplicable silence from God. In these periods of drought, many of us look for a visible enemy. We prepare to battle dramatic spiritual attacks or external crises that require intense warfare and loud declarations. However, the real threat is often much smaller. We are frequently losing the battle to tiny, daily habits that modern culture and even many churches have decided to stop questioning. These behaviors are excused because they feel harmless, but they quietly erode your spiritual sensitivity. They create a slow-growing distance between your heart and God, building an invisible barrier that muffles His voice over time. We often treat a dry faith or high anxiety as an unavoidable season. Yet, these internal states are frequently the result of becoming comfortable with the specific behaviors the Bible defines as sin. We have become experts at rebranding sin to make it palatable. We take destructive words and dress them up as casual, innocent conversation. Gossip is the primary example. We disguise it as concern or a prayer request, but repeating details you didn't witness proves to God that you cannot be trusted with people's hearts or spiritual responsibility. This I represents our spiritual focus. Complaining shifts this focus away from the light. By constantly venting, we tell God His provision is insufficient. This actively blinds you to blessings, ensuring that even when God moves, you're too focused on frustration to notice. We even normalize white lies to keep the peace or avoid a difficult conversation. But casual lying is a matter of spiritual alignment. The Bible describes Satan as the father of lies. When we distort the truth for convenience, we are imitating the wrong father. Guarding your speech isn't about being polite. It is a defense mechanism that prevents spiritual poison from entering your daily life and your relationships. While our words cause damage we can hear, there are internal habits that rot the spirit from the inside out. Social media fuels constant comparison, which breeds envy. This creates a narrative that God is withholding good things from you while giving them to others, leading to a secret resentment of the very people you are called to love. We normalize holding on to offense, rebranding bitterness as protecting our peace, and assuming avoiding the person is healing. In reality, offense creates a self-imposed prison. By endlessly replaying conversations, you build jagged walls around your heart, trapping yourself in heaviness. Forgiveness is the only way to break this cycle. Refusing to let go of an offense doesn't protect you, it simply ensures you remain stuck in your hurt. This leads to the most private layer of compromise, the neglect of your secret life with God. Many of us have replaced daily communion with a crisis hotline mentality. We only speak to God when we need an emergency exit from a difficult situation. This neglect leads to spiritual malnourishment. The enemy doesn't need to destroy your faith if he can simply distract you from prayer. Without that daily lifeline, you lose the discernment and strength needed for everyday life. A malnourished spirit is more likely to seek comfort in worldly compromises. This is why many now dismiss sexual sins, like lust or broken boundaries, as mere struggles, rather than choices that damage the soul. Culture tells you to manage these habits, but the Bible commands you to flee from them. These compromises distort true intimacy and invite a persistent sense of shame. When the secret place is neglected, spiritual authority vanishes. You are left trying to navigate life while disconnected from the very source of your power. A single white lie or a moment of gossip might seem insignificant, but together, these daily choices shape the trajectory of your spiritual life. God reveals these hidden habits not to shame you, but to invite you back into freedom. Identifying these blockages is the first step toward clearing the path between your heart and His presence. Start replacing these habits immediately. Exchange grumbling for spoken gratitude. Shut down gossip by praying for the person mentioned. Set 3 specific times today to stop everything and speak with God. Choosing obedience in these small, everyday moments clears the way for the growth you've been praying for. Being faithful prepares you for greater things. You are not created to live in a spiritual drought. If you're ready to walk in clarity, comment Lord, help me walk in holiness, and subscribe to join us as we grow deeper in faith.